Assalamu alaikum. This is Sarah Khurram. Welcome back to my show, The Sarah Khurram Show. Today I have come with another interesting guest who is sitting with me. Her name is Amrita Alam, and she is from Bangladesh. And we will just know more about her. So I really want you to introduce yourself, Amrita. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. Thank you so much for inviting me here on your show. Yes, Alhamdulillah, I'm doing great. And for your audience, I would like to introduce myself. I'm
Yeah.
Amrita Alam Shondhi, and I'm from Dhaka, Bangladesh, and I'm a language facilitator, public speaker, and a global volunteer as well. I've been teaching English since 2017. I did my graduation and post graduation in English language teaching, that is ELT, and applied linguistics.
Very nice. Sounds really interesting and amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, Amrita, I really want you to tell us about how to be the good content writer. But before that, because this is our topic of discussion today, but before that, I really want you need to just describe what content writing is basically. First of all, we need to make it understand what is the content writing and then how to be the
Yes.
good content writer.
It's all about writing online. So content writers actually provides writing. Provides content for the websites. It can be blog a post. It can be any kind of news or magazine features, or you can choose any niche depending on the website content. They need relevant topic and content actually for the hello, are you there? Okay, so they need content, and they need topic related content that suits their website, and that can drag audience and attract business. So this is all about content writing.
Okay, very good. So, which skills are required to be the content writer? Can anyone be a content writer, or is there any specific skills?
Of course, you need to have some skills to be a content writer. Anyone cannot be a content writer. It's not about the talent, but it's about the skill. You should have some kind of skill. Like at first, you need to know how to write
Hmm.
properly. You will have to have a very good writing skill. In order to have a very good writing skill, you should have grammatical knowledge, because if you're not good in grammar, then can be intimidated for you for writing contents. So you need to, and of course you should have another kind of skill, like you need to know how to research on the very topic that you need to work on. So you will have to have the research skill and grammar, how to proofread, how to check your own errors. Well, there are so many softwares and apps that can be helpful for you if you're going to use for proofread, but different kind of softwares, different kind of apps can give you different kind of results. So it's better you need how to proofread, how to self judge, you judge your own writing. So
Hmm.
these are kind of techniques you can have by doing some courses. And
Hmm.
you need to have a very good grammar skills as well. Need to know about the topic, need to know about the contents that you are going to work for, and about the website as well.
Thank you.
So
Thank
these
you
are the
so much for
primary
making
skills
us
you need to
understand in a
have.
very well way. Yeah. Amrita, please tell us some techniques which we need to follow, like tips to improve or enhance our English skills, as you have been teaching for a long time. So please share with us.
English, actually, English skills. Um, we have two main. We need to have two main skills, like receptive skills and productive skills. So receptive skills are the receiving skills that we can receive from reading and from listening we can receive the inputs. And productive skills are, the our writing, through our writing and through our speech we produce. So in order to have a very good productive skills, you need to practice, you need to have enough comprehensible input. So you should read a lot, and you should
Hmm.
listen a lot. If you want to be a very good English speaker, then you will have to listen a lot. You can learn this kind of techniques by observing a child. Children, how
Hmm.
do they learn their first language? They don't learn it by learning about grammars. Because if I ask you, Sarah, do you know Urdu grammar very well? Maybe as a native English Urdu speaker, you can speak Urdu fluently. There's no doubt. But maybe you don't have that much idea about Urdu grammar. Or if you tell me to teach someone Bangla grammar, then I will not be able. But I learned some Bangla grammar while I was back in school. So it's about, learning a language. It's not learning the grammar of that very language. So if you want to learn a language, then you will have to give yourself enough comprehensible inputs through reading and through listening. So when you have enough comprehensible inputs, then you can deliver it through your writing and through your speech. So at first you will have to practice like a child. You will have to listen a lot. You will have to dive yourself into English. So how are you going to do that? Living in a country where English is not the second language, or English is just being used as an official language. So you can do, internet. We all have internet access. Okay, so we can utilize our free time by listening to English music, listening to English news and English movies. We can watch English movies, and we can put the subtitle on, we can put the lyrics on if we have a problem understanding the lyrics. Understanding when you listen to a particular song, then you are going to understand the music. So how are you going to understand the music? Maybe you don't understand the pronunciation or accent of the singer. Then how are you going to do it? Is you can put the lyrics on, then try to understand by looking at the lyrics, and by listening to her you can try to understand the singer. And from the music you can get a lot of trendy phrases, slangs, and idiomatic expressions that you can use in your day-to-day life situations. And there is another way of learning real life English, like you can watch English movies. So in English movies, they use a lot of American slangs. If you watch Hollywood movies, idiomatic expressions, English phrases. So just don't just rely on memorizing a lot of individual words. If you learn just individual words, then you are not going to be able to put each and every words into a sentence perfectly. If you want to speak properly, then you need to learn phrases, real life English. You need to give yourself enough comprehensible inputs. And if you want to, writing skills, improve your writing skills, then grammar is must. You need to have very good grammar knowledge. You need to know the grammatical rules from basic to advanced. If you want to be a content writer, and if you want to be a very good English writer, then you need to have very good grammar knowledge. And of course you should you should have a very good vocabulary collection. Then you will be able to be a very good English writer.
Yeah,
Any more
very
questions
nice.
for me?
Yeah, you may.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah, you
I
can
think
listen.
Yes, I can hear you. I think I covered your previous question already. So, is
Hmm.
there any more question for me?
Yeah. One more question I want to know about those people who want to enhance their accent part. So please give some techniques to improve their accent skills as well.
Okay, for pronunciation, you need to listen a lot. If you want
Hmm.
to follow American accent or, excuse me,
Yeah. British, I
British
think so, or
accent,
whatever.
then yes. So it's up to you. You can select British songs.
Hmm.
You can select British movies if you are, if you like a British accent, and if you like American accent. For example, for me, American accent is easier to understand and easier to grab. So I follow American accent. So if you like American accent, then you can watch Hollywood movies. Lots of popular English songs are, sung by popular American singers. So you can just listen. You will have to listen a lot, and then you will have to practice. You will have to practice. You need
Hmm.
to understand how they are using their mouth. But um, just observing them will not help you as an adult learner. So as an adult learner, you should get some help from mentors. You need an instructor who can teach you how to pronounce like a British speaker or like an American speaker. So if you follow a mentor, or if you can do some online courses as well. There are so many online instructors. The instructors, they have been working on this, so you can learn from them. There are different techniques, phonetic scripts, and you can follow.
Yeah,
But
very
whatever
nice.
you are going to do, you need to practice. You need to practice
Exactly,
a lot.
exactly.
Just
Everything needs
theoretical
practice.
knowledge, yeah, just theoretical knowledge is not going to be helpful for you if you don't practice, if you don't want to
Hmm.
produce, and if you don't want to give your mouth some exercise, then you cannot do
Yeah.
this. Yes.
We can just consider it as a maths, like if we don't practice
Yes.
about maths, so like we forget. So English language
Yeah.
is basically the same almost, like if we don't practice and we
Almost.
don't keep it in our practice on daily life, so we forget. So that's the main thing which
Yes.
you give us, like as a
You
suggestion,
want to
right?
ride a bicycle, and you are just learning from a book that how to ride a
Hmm.
bicycle, but you never try riding a
Hmm.
bicycle in real life. Then how are you going to be able to ride a bicycle? So you need to have the
Hmm.
practical skills. And
Yeah.
language is all about giving yourself inputs and giving others the outputs. So it's all
Hmm.
about inputs and outputs. It's a language
Hmm.
is a tool. It's for the communication purpose. Why do we need a
Hmm.
language? We need a language just to communicate with each other. But if you want to be a very good writer, but as a skill, if you want to grab this, then you need to have very good grammar skill as well.
Hmm. Very nice. I do agree with you. I always say to my students the same thing, that reading enhance the English skills very well. Like if we
Yes.
read the book, so we get the bunch of vocabulary. Like we must be having so many vocabulary words which we don't use in our daily life basically.
No.
So we improve our vocabulary skills, or we improve our accent as well, and our
Uh,
confidence. Like
yes.
we have the capability to speak up in a public. So that's the great thing.
And
We need to
in this
just
way,
read.
they get a kind of common sense to read between lines. By reading, I mean, by reading himself or herself, they get a kind of common sense that, well, this
Exactly.
word might mean this, because
Hmm.
out of the
Hmm.
context, they try to understand the meaning. It gives a very good brain work, and it's really helpful for learners of English.
Hmm. Yeah, we just get into the imagination while reading, so that's the main thing. So that's why we start thinking. Okay. How to be the Udemy instructor? Like, are you a Udemy instructor? I think so. Or if so,
No.
no. Okay, so do you have any idea about this? Like, is if anyone can be a Udemy instructor, so what are the instructions you need to just give them?
As I'm not into this, so I don't want to deliver any speech about this because I'm learning about these things. I run my own online English classroom. I have my own
Okay,
page, and
very nice.
you know, yes, and this way I teach English online, and I also work for another online English platform, another school. It's Brazil based and Peruvian language based, but I work as an English teacher there. And I also work for another website, and it is English Today. It's very popular a website for learning English online in Bangladesh, and I'm an ESL teacher there.
Very nice, very
I
inspiring, very
also
inspiring.
work as an English teacher on the ground. I teach in a school.
Okay, good, mashallah. Very nice. Okay, Amrita, you have just told us this interesting techniques to be the good content writer and to improve the English skills. Now, could you please suggest some of the websites or sites or forums where we can just apply as a good content writer, as freelancer or whatever?
Okay, I would say Google. You can search on Google. You can do some courses.
Yeah.
They are providing a lot of. If you search on Google, then you can see a lot of website. They are providing free, training for how to be a content writer, and on YouTube as well. If you just search
Hmm.
on YouTube and write how to be a good content writer, then you will get a lot of useful information. And I will
Hmm.
also suggest you to practice grammar. um, if you already, I mean, who wants to be a content writer, they must have
Hmm.
English, a very good English skill already. They know English, they have good grammar, they have good writing skill, but they don't know how to start, where to start, and what are the other tips and techniques I need to be in order to be a very good content writer. So for these things, you can search on YouTube, and you can search on Google. It will serve your
Very
purpose.
nice. Amrita, thank you so much for joining us once more and just sharing your worthy knowledge with us, with all of us. At the end, I would like to ask any message which you want to give us.
Any message, like, as we are on the lockdown situation,
Yeah,
we are spending time. It's a very a good scope for us to spend more time with our family members, so we can try and just not I mean, if we just spending time with family, sometimes we can get bored. Okay, we have been
yeah,
spending time with our family since 20 days already, still more than 20 days. So why not utilizing this time by learning some new skills? If you want to learn about how to be a good content writer, you can start doing the courses. If you want to improve your English speaking skills, English learning skills, then you can join online English platforms to have this kind of skills, communication skills. You can, start getting proper training on different other skills, like soft skills. Different kinds of web designing courses are available, and so many people are providing free tutorials as well on YouTube and on Google, so we can utilize our time this way.
very
Just
good. You have given a good message to us
browsing the
that, yeah.
Facebook and just reading timelines and watching other success story is not going to be helpful for us. We need to do
Exactly,
for
exactly.
our life as well.
Hmm. Like, I need to summarize your message that you simply want to say that we need to just utilize this lockdown time period into the productivity, and we should
Yes,
not
yes.
waste our
We
time.
are
This is a golden
physically
opportunity
distant.
for all of us.
Yes, we are
Yeah.
physically distanced, but we can be, mentally and intellectually engaged with each other
Mhm.
through this kind of
Yeah.
skills by helping each other.
Hmm. Exactly. Amrita, thank you so much for taking out time. Once more, inshallah, I will just invite you once more in another topic, informative topic. So I think I should wind up this show. So inshallah, see you in my next show or next live session. So take
Inshallah.
care of yourself.
And it is
Allah
my
Hafiz.
honor. It's my honor to be here with you. And you're a very
Jazakallah.
nice person. I'm a fan
Thank
of
you.
your interview sessions. I always follow you.
Oh,
Okay.
Jazakallah. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you. It's my pleasure. It's my
Good
honor.
night.
Thank you. Stay blessed. Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Take care.
Okay, Allah Hafiz.